The Executive Governor of Cross River State, Professor Ben Ayade, thank you. You take our time to do this interview with us today.
Thank you very much.
So in the next few months, your time as Governor for Cross River State could come to an end. If you describe how that time done be so far in a few words, how you could describe them?
To thank God for the opportunity. See, the idea when I do my business, I struggle to bring them to the state. Say, God give me opportunity, make I come help. As I be give scholarship, they help people. When I never get any political office, I do in my private business. God give me opportunity to help my state. And the people go tell you, say, I don't help well. This state, since I did here, we never owe salary. We know they owe pension. No matter how money no day, even when we get zero allocation, I they pay. If you check for this country, our salary, our allocation will be number 35, 7. That's the first to the last. But we never owe salary one day. We know they owe pension. That be say, God don't help me, so make I bless people. He gave many people when they pay money every month. Nobody say that they work. But I know say country hard. Make I help. That opportunity when God give me, say make I help people. I thank God for it. So I'm very happy. As my days remain so make I finish, I even happy self, make I rest more.
Your Excellency, if you want to list some of those achievements where you're so proud of, and just a few of them, which ones could top the list?
The one when I create job, number one. The one when I give people when they work, I they give them something when it's 30,000 every month. Then pass 6,000 people. The one when me myself give me joy pass. Those roads when I don't do. Like if you go to my 3 senatorial districts, everyone I get major road. That Boki East-West road, when we say people from the east of Boki to the west of Boki, they go past 5 local governments before they fit see each other. They said only World Bank fit do that project because the trees there, the forest too thick. I don't open the road. We don't do the final asphalt. This dry season will go finish the work. If you go to Northern Cross River, I do dual carriage road from Obaliku through Bekwara to Obudu up to Ogoja, Iyala. Dual carriage road went past 100 kilometers. You know say about TV because I know they do have to praise myself. Now God I they do for. So all those difficult situations when people no fit move. If you come here now, so they enter Calabar. I don't dualize Calabar. People go used to sleep for Dopani Junction. Now I don't do a dual carriage road. You go enter via, you don't enter Calabar. We even put spaghetti flyover. We finish that one in 6 months' time. It will help. I don't bring one big project, Superhighway with deep sea port. I don't get 8 ministerial approval for the deep sea port. I don't get the EIA approval for the deep sea port. I don't complete the design. We don't start pre-construction work. We look for money now to start the main seaport. If we don't finish that seaport, Calabar don't change. So it gave many things when I bring, and those industries when I bring now to create job, to help people to get work to do. Those plenty jobs when I don't create, and that kind of thing they give me joy. So at least as they come out, they know say person when come here, no be politician, now businessman sit down office for the period when I deal, because of the changes when I bring.
Okay, so Your Excellency, you talk about some of these projects with the ongoing. Talk about the spaghetti flyover bridge for Udukbani. You say that project could they finish the next 6 months. What about these other projects like the Superhighway? Because that now one way you're very excited about, you know, when you come into office, even the president of Nigeria, even come for the groundbreaking ceremony of that project. But waiting be this state of things with that project. The administration don't budget billions into that project, but they go in the next few months. Waiting will happen with that project.
The project, as was originally perceived, we be to say when president come like that finish, we will go talk, say we will get support, say they will bring us some money. Even though we don't get commitment, say they will still try to do something. But we don't go far for the work. Now 270 kilometers through forest, road will never exist at all. Because to go from Calabar, go northern part of this country, the journey be like you go bend past like this before we come reach where you sit down. So me, I come cut straight line between me and you. That project now 275 kilometers through bush where never exists. What we don't achieve, we don't do acquisition of right of way, which means all the community where they think they pass, We don't open the bush. We don't clear it 70 meters wide by 275 kilometers. We don't finish that work. Don't be small work. We don't finish the international design of the superhighway. We don't do the EIA. We don't get the approval for the EIA. We don't clear the bush. Some place on. If you come now, I will carry you go Calabar now. We did Calabar, I will carry you go show you the place. We don't start to put stone base for some part of it from Calabar. From the other part from Benue, we don't clear them. Don't they reach 30 kilometers for earthwork. The first 13 kilometers, we will do the asphalt for this dry season. So the work is going on. But not be a project where one government will finish one term. It's a dream, it's a big idea. So that is why we're supposed to put government when will take over from me to continue. You know, say for Nigeria, they like to continue.
Exactly. You think say the next person will go take over, go they interested to continue with that project where this government don't spend so
if you know
much.
they're interested, even if you know they're interested, I no blame them. That is why me and the plan say the project no go be state project before they come out. We don't they talk to some company, one company for another country, for Igbo country, where won't come now, can't do all the bridges. We don't they talk to the president. The president don't have say, okay, maybe if we don't get that company, we won't do the bridge. We ourselves, we go see how he go support us finish them. Another plan when we get for mine, we say we go move them to an SPV, a special purpose vehicle. Where we go say people when get money, maybe they can put the money, do the road. When they do and finish, they will begin collect toll gate, recover their money, return the road back to government after. That's why they do big project abroad. For here, you conceive projects, you put budget, you put the money. If the money no there to do this, you're not going to kill yourself. You go first pay salary, you go pay pension. That one I come first for my calculation. If money when I get, you know, fit do the little when I fit do, I do stop. But it no mean say the idea no be good idea. Imagine say we put port for Calabar, deep sea port, come put road from Calabar to northern Nigeria. You know the better thing when we come. All our brothers for north, it be like I carry Atlantic Ocean go meet them. So they can now export all those their gum Arabic, cotton, hides, skin, and all those great agricultural produce, sesame seed, when they for all those northern, they can now be exporting through Bakassi deep sea port. No be project when if any country when won't help themselves better, that means they supposed federal government supposed to take the project from my hand. When they say make I do the design, I carry one big company when the Igbo company come here. Where did they charge me for design alone? If I tell you, you go run. To now cut the bush through forest to 270 kilometers. When I don't finish, that's more work. Apart from that, even federal government say carry us go cut. Because then they listen to social media and petition. Say we they cut forest, we they cut forest. They carry us go cut. For 3 years we did inside cut. They fight over say they cut forest. Now president help me say, when Oyibo they cut their forest, who they there they answer them? Why we go they talk to Oyibo write petition? Say that they cut forest for crossover. The forest when we keep, we have 58% of the forest cover of Nigeria. All that conservation effort that I put, which one cover when they give us? So if me I bring law, say maybe we conserve our forest, I want to cut a narrow corridor of 70 meters. You begin talk as if go Ebola where they don't cut, clear all their forests. Who they there? Now president stand for grants, they made them give me the approval for the road. Before we come out from court, 3 years when they will stop work.
Your Excellency, you talk about say Cross River states know they owe salaries, that they pay pensions, but that no be waiting some people could talk about, because even in the last 2 months, 2 months ago, if I'm not mistaken, we see reports and see stories of people, pensioners, will come out into the street to protest, say they never see their pensions. Some say they never get their gratuity since the past 8 years. What do you get to say about that?
How many people do that one compared to the number? That particular one, me I be even talk to me go carry on a BBC go court. Because when they hear bad news, when they like to talk bad news. When I no go check, know the truth. We think say when I go do different. When I know different. Because that person, one of those persons, they dismiss them from work. For our previous government, they dismiss them. You know they entitled. The other one, the alter waiting is supposed to get. Make you check for this state. Anybody when they no pay, he get problem with him paper. That is all. You know waiting my monthly 680 million. Waiting I inherit 320. And they pay 680. So if we see say we they pay 680 million monthly for pension, we see pension they increase. we see the number of people wey remove from salary, e dey less. When you do audit, they remove your name. E no be say they no pay state pension, so 2-3 people go arrange, una begin make big story out of it. Una no ask how many cross the veterans wey they never pay their pension.
What about the people where they streets they protest, Your Excellency?
That's what I'm saying. What is that number compared to the thousands of people that are pensioners? Those people wey protest, now people wey they remove their name, say their paper no correct, and they say go meet Auditor General, make you clear yourself. You know they, when they give you paper, you know they, you dey Canada, because your pikin they work for BBC. You can't make story out of it. When I don't know work that on a BBC, if una know, una supposed to sack that person. When carry him mama story, begin make a big news. But you don't tell una say mama no dey when they do verification. He tell you. He don't tell you.
At the moment, Your Excellency, you say the people will get issue with their pension and people will never do waiting they're supposed to do.
Yes.
Okay.
For people who say that 2 months ago, when they go talk, say they no pay them. If you check now, people won't get problem with their paper. But the whole pension of this state, since I enter here, make you ask any person who don't get problem with his paper, they know they owe. No, they owe. No, they owe.
Okay, maybe we'll move on to another story, and this one is a report, something where an issue of great concern to different people, everybody, most people across the country, and at the rate of the increase in stories and reports of ritual killings. In fact, now something where they worry people so much, even the lawmakers don't ask federal government to declare a state of emergency on that issue. When you hear about stories like that and reports like that, waiting they come to your mind?
I just come out from a meeting where I addressed the area command for Ogoja because of the level of ritual killing when they do there for Ogoja. They say, what, na Yahoo boys. They will give person address, deceive them, come. They come kill and say, they say, make them carry part, go give money. Second, election, they come. Politician, they kill. Me, I say, God, they kind of. Person will kill person, go in his house, go sleep. I don't know why God know they show those people out for us. So I don't tell them, anybody when they catch, anybody when they carry a name, say, if they do ritual killing, may they carry up, may they follow the law immediately. For my state, we don't get 2-3 incidents. But across the country, they think not too much. And human beings, now, they behave like animal. Then they kill person. They put person tired, then they burn them. Small pikin, 12 years, you go, they record that they laugh. We don't turn to animal for this country. Oh. That's why person when don't know waiting there for government. If you go social media, go talk, go write, spoil your name. Person go write to your husband, say, I see your wife for person house. Just because you dey run election against and you won't spoil your marriage. People don't get conscience anymore. Cross River, out of all these 36 states, we will be number 35 for revenue. We know the old salary, we know the old pension. You go see person go they write. You know go ask yourself, why person hire you to write back in your own pikin know they do that social media? That is how ritual killing be. People don't use and see them like business. They keep person to carry make money. You won't born your pikin, make your pikin come become senator tomorrow, become governor tomorrow, when they kill another man pikin. The thing don't show me say human being no different from animal again.
How you go respond to people where things say even government they responsible for that? Because some people will say the youths they try to fill in the gap where things like unemployment don't cause, and you also talk about politicians they take advantage of this gap. So how you go respond to people where things say government get big hand for waiting they happen?
Generally for Africa, government must get big hand, because if everybody get job, I know sure say person go like to go kill person, take make money, or let greedy people wey want over money. But the unemployment for this country is too much, and that is the problem for Africa. And nobody say unemployment no dey Oyibo land, but if you no get job, they go find something give you make you take whole body, which is what me I introduce for here. And they pay 30,000. People know they talk that one. Oh, you never hear that one before. But you don't know say they do social welfare for my state. Because the thing where they make person go to the level say go kill person. I know sure say only just money. That person know they normal. As you see me so, I be senator, come be governor so. I never pinch person say make blood. Never. So any person when they do that will say they blame government alone. No be government, na family. Because waiting will push you to go take life. You go remain for this world. Waiting you won't carry the money do. The more you get money, the more you chop, the more you go large, the more you go age, the more you go die quick. The more money you get, the more the bigger your disease. People know they learn.
And so what do you think should be the solution? The
solution is to make people for their family bring up their children well. Make we reduce population. People too born. We they grow population at 3% per annum, but the GDP is growing at less than maybe 2.2% per annum. So it means that children they plenty pass money when they come. The land, they don't take the land to do infrastructure development. So then they struggle for land, then they struggle for water, then they struggle for job. Children they born. And they talk to the more poverty, the more children they born. Because when you don't get money, now woman you go use pastime. You go they born children. Children they born food for house. So not only government, we go blame ourselves. But government supposed to enter. You go ask me, say, me I be government, what thing I don't do? Me I notice this problem quick. Now I say make I build industries. All these skyscrapers, all these say they do roads. Road no they create job. Or contractor, maybe no Igbo man go just collect the money go. That road no they create job. Now industry they create job. When Britain start, 1874, 1876, 84. When did they start? They start with agriculture. Maybe they do industrialized agriculture. That's like, now what did they do so? Because me, I go to school. My school telling me, say, to help this unemployment, but to do industry. That's why when you see me, I put feed mill to produce feed for poultry. I need soya beans, I need maize. That's why they give money to maize farmers to grow maize, to soya bean farmers to grow soya bean. I just come back from America for soya bean conference. You know how much? America, they make $25 billion exporting soya beans. That money nearly passed the whole one they make from oil many times. We did here, person just the grow soya bean, come sell to us for Africa. We get the land. Person day here, we get a company for Israel. It cost it up for Benin Republic. They sell feed for Nigeria. They make money. Maize, we don't forget grow maize. See the small work of that poultry when I give you as example. See the number of women now when get small chicken when they sell to the chicken factory. See the number of women when they grow cotton, make fabric, they will take do garment factory. Now we don't get 1,800 people when they give small money to grow cocoa because of the cocoa factory. The rice mill when I put for Ogoja, that's how we they do it. We know they grow rice with seed for crossover. We they grow with seedling. These are the small things now you go take start when people like with they better. Nobody when go see say if they earn small money when you go take chop, you go decide to enter road so make it be arm robber. But this Yahoo thing, killing people, say make them take do juju. That thing, now bad family they do. If me, I poor reach that level when I would kill person, may God take my life.
Your Excellency, you don't sign the anti-open grazing bill into law for Cross River State.
I never signed.
Why?
I never signed because I did ask myself a question. Since they born me at this small picking, for my place, we deceive. They sell nunu for they carry nunu for head. Then they work out with us there. They go and make primary school together with them. We never say now them now they chop our plan pass. So if I can't be governor today, something when they don't they do before they bomb me, I can't make laws, they may they not do them again. The power now from nobody say God talking. I go ask myself, okay, if this cattle they chop the farm of my people. Now to hold meeting with the people where they sell the carry cattle, with the farmers. And we don't hold that meeting. We can't say, okay, I go make a different law. The law when I go make, I go protect the farmers. I go also protect the people where they do cattle. But to come stand one side alone and say, okay, you when they sell cattle, we don't want to see your cattle at all for our side. If we see you with cattle, we will kill the cattle. We will arrest you. We will do like this. If they to decide to do any law when go dey against our people that side, that's all war they start. So it go better make you do law when go protect the two sides. Because me, I no go like make cattle come eat my farm. So I must protect every crossing where I will get farm so that cattle no go eat in place. So if I won't give them land, say make them do this thing, I go put conditions. So this land, now this distance you go there from place where people they live. This land at this size, you no go expand past this size. So we they do our law. So our own no be anti-grazing law. Our own is grazing management law. We want to manage it because we all are Nigeria. And that business, and the business then they do to survive. You don't go cut another person's business. In mama born am, in papa born am, they work out, they sell cattle. So you cannot legislate into illegitimacy, a legitimate business or trade of a people.
So you don't agree with the decision of the Southern governors to say
I agree with the decision with the modification. And that's why I did modify my own. When I sign my own law, when you read the law, you go see say, even the people when they carry cattle, they go no say I protect them. Even my own people when they sell, when they farm, they go no say I don't protect their farm. That be a good thing. Leadership no be easy thing. You don't go look at only from your people's side alone. You go look at generally. And if you want look for how to be leader, you must know say you no be cross-variant. As governor, you are a Nigerian, you are an African, you are a citizen, you are a human being. So you must be human focused. You must put yourself in the other man's shoes anytime you want to take a decision in life. Imagine if you were the other person. So it is always insensitive when you take your decision extemporaneously, insensitive to the yearnings and aspirations of the other party. And you mistake that as being loyal to federal government. No, it's within my moral cortex. To do that, I think is fair to all parties concerned. It's a philosophy I hold strongly. If in a relationship between two unequal partners, one partner has to share a pain, it is the bigger partner that must concede. In this case, we are cross-variant, we are government, we are the people. The insignificant number of headsmen, we cannot make a generalization that poor harvest is occasioned by them. We must find a structural and normative framework to address their trade without compromising their trade while protecting our land and protecting our farmers. And that's where we are. And I've just given you some of the examples of how I'm going to go about it. I'm a professor, I'm a lawyer. I hold a master's degree in law. I have a master's degree in business administration. I'm quite read. So my conscience drives all my decisions. And that's where we are getting to where we are getting to as a country. When the conscience in you is dead, the inner policeman is dead, you are no longer a human being, because that's why you can sit in office and take decisions that are not sensitive to people. Why would I go and invest money on the superhighway or the deep sea port when salaries are not paid? Why would I want to go on with a big project just for the sake of my name, or spend so much money on fanfare and politicizing and campaigning and marketing, broadcasting my project when such monies could have bought uniform for a child somewhere? They don't tell you the hospitals when they build. You never hear them. And they build one hospital for each senatorial district. They don't finish. They don't tell you say I build one special school when they train teachers. Teachers for crossover go they earn 250,000 naira. The school just opened this January. You go see what I do when they're different. I'm a professor. My deputy governor is a professor. And I was very rich before I went into politics. I have risen past money. I'm looking for how, if I die, God will say, my pikin, you don't try. Name is above every other thing on earth. Forget social media, forget cheap talk. Person when they write for social media against you, you cross to that party. That same party, people will be the right against, now ain't gonna the right say, the thing when they be right before na lie. So you go know the waiting person they write that talk. But if you check God conscience, since I come this state, for 7 years, they never owe. One pension person go talk, he go come be like saying that the whole thing way they happen for 7 years. They don't tell you for 7 years they are owing the pension. They don't tell you so. 2 months. That 2 months is for verification and for those who were absent when the main verification took place. And it became an issue for BBC. Okay,
let's move on. Your Excellency now. Still on the Southern Governors agreement, that meeting where they agree, say this now, what they want to do in terms of the anti-open grazing bill, they also agree, say they're supposed to zone the next president to the south. You agree with that decision?
Of course, I'm bounded by the agreement of the Southern Governors Forum that I'm a part of. Okay. I agree. And I agree realistically. You see, this country, a very difficult country to govern. Because when people, waiting me at the here, waiting I see say some people they plan. They say the way the people for South, they no unite. People for North, make the fist still take the power. They will still fist take the power. Me, I know say the president will get now person when they do good thing. He get good conscience. Remember that I was a PDP governor. I'm a Christian. I'm from the South. President Muhammadu Buhari is from the North. I'm from the South. He's a Muslim. I'm a Christian. I was in PDP. he is in APC, and he chose my state as the first working visit. I have never taken something to him, he has said no. That tells you that he's a man of good conscience. He's a man who is sensitive to being fair and balanced. Indeed, when he tells you that he belongs to no one but belongs to everybody, it's manifested in his first working visit to a Southern Christian opposition party state, Cross River. So by extension, I imagine that he will sit down and recalibrate and ask himself, what can guarantee continuous peace of this nation? Should he retain power just because he can in the north, or he will put his feet down and do that which is fair? That's why I support the fact, say, if certain governors say, make we all support only candidate from the south. Me, I will stand with that position. Because even if you take them today, if they increase hatred between each other, if you take them next time, if you take them next year, one day, God will do something. People begin break. We don't need them. Take, I take. We begin to build each other. But I also don't believe that we should treat unequal people equally. That's inequality. So if you take power, you sit down there, you see, say, for our brother side, for the north, maybe the level of education is never high. You must concentrate there. Because when people are educated, they are emancipated. When they are emancipated, they are civilized. You see that when people come and preach insurgency, preach Boko Haram, they will resist. Back here, you have people who are IPOB. Most people who belong to that sect, they are ideologically focused on a principle they believe in. But education refines all those thoughts. So for me, I believe that the president will do the right thing for the interest of this nation. And as I don't do APC, so I belong to a party. There's a leader of the party. I will not take a decision that does not conform with the leader of the party. So that brings me to a very difficult situation where suppose the leader of the party that I belong, APC, he decides that for the purpose of winning the election, make it return and for not, where now the vote plenty pass. And me, I belong to Southern Governors Forum, where we say make the power go south.
What you will come to?
What I will come to? Maybe the big question. Number one, I will ask for God, make He show me direction. Number two, the president, when I know, he not go make mistake. He go do the right thing, and at that right thing, then we all go follow. Because waiting God right, nobody go change them.
So we don't see some names when they come up. Some people who don't declare their intention based in line with, say, make the next president come from the south. We don't see people like Senator Richard Okorocha. Then the national leader of your party, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu. What do you think about him coming out to say he won't contest?
Anybody when come out from south is supposed to come out. Even more people will still come out. Even as you call, so you never call them finish. Other people did their way, don't come out already. And more people will still come out. If you ask me for Bola Tinubu, I would say, he did correct, say he come out. Why I say he did correct? The man fight, he struggled, he worked hard, he support Buhari to put this government when they in place. So, for man when he don't work hard like that, he go expect, say, seeing a turn of the south, make him try. For person when go to talk, say why he supposed, no suppose, he no suppose, he no suppose. You know good, everybody God give an opportunity. He go try him best. So me I no go say he no good as he come and say he won't run or make he no run. I no go talk like that. But I belong to party. Party go calculate. Say okay, many people when come out from south here. Who go fit help us make we win election? If the party say na Tinubu, me I go support them. If the party calculate finish, say, if he no be Tinubu, he go fit be another person. Me, I go talk, say, even if not like that, make we all follow, go see Tinubu, make we beg them, say, that's so party talk like this, since they say party supreme. Because me, I know, say, the man work hard for this party. And me, I get conscious. So you no go see person when struggle like that, help the party to stand. You go cause say, go, we don't need you again, oh, you be old man, come out. You know, good. Me, I know they do like that. So me and they wait for the party. And I know say party, if they calculate and finish, say, okay, the waiting don't they go, this kind of age or this kind of thing, this kind of thing we need, this kind of person ain't go help make we win. Me, I go tell the party, say, I beg, before we point person, make we go meet Tinubu. Everybody deserves his own respect in his own level. As a leader of the party, he deserves special respect. We must go convince him. He said, not be a bad person, a good person. If he sees say they give a reason when strong, when convince him. Now life na diplomacy, na peace. You know, go fit tell person say, I no run election. Now waiting. So that's my position. And I know that the kind of hard when I get, people they push me, say, make I go run, make I go run. Me, I know they do like that. Because this kind of thing, you belong to a family. Now family go sit down calculate. You go still there your house, they sleep. If the family don't calculate or say, now you go help, they go carry you from sleep.
So you don't get intention to contest?
You know here waiting I talk. I say the way me I do my thing. Even this governorship when I sit down, so I know put poster. I me go be the governor say, me I no one run. Anybody when you want make I support, I go support them. Make you produce your successor. But I gave money to support you to deliver your candidate. 20-something people don't they do poster. They know they run. They last me when no fight. Now me come become governor. This life, people get different style. My own style no be fighting style. My own style no be to push myself up front. It's to support a system. And at the thing when they spoil our country. Greed. I want. The one when you don't be governor, what you don't do pass. What you don't score yourself for that one. So now another person will score you. You go and look your work finish. See the money when you get, see the work when you don't do. You say, if this man feel manage small thing like this, if he manage big thing. So now family will decide. Not be you go put yourself up. The way me I see politics, the way I play my politics. So even if they don't call me, I no matter. Me I go support waiting who my party bring. Life not like that.
And just one more question, because you be a member of the APC and I get the opportunity to put these questions to just another rumor and stories that we see up and down posters of say people that support this person to come out, now the Vice President of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo. We don't know if he gets an intention, he never come out formally to declare. But if he gets, based on all these things where you don't talk about, like supporting a system and supporting the person where the party say make he represent, if you get any, if you talk to him or advise him, we don't know if you get an intention, what do you go tell him at this particular time, based on all these rumors and everything over the years, say he won't contest?
Not be rumor we they follow reality. The man when get good heart. Now the man don't follow Buhari, they work for 8 years. So Buhari go know him well because he don't work with them. And Buhari, as far as I know, he go put hand for person when go succeed them. Now he go decide to a large extent the candidate of the party. If you see and say that person when he work with them, he no work, he don't help him well, and he bring him up, me I go support him. I go support him. If you ask me to make advice him, I go tell him say make he support the family of the party as he they support so. And he himself a cool-headed person. Make we day together. Anytime when we the parties he don't decide if na your own. Anyhow when you want make I help, I go help. That is my advice when me I go give him. But I no go give him advice against him ambition. I no go give him advice say go when you know won't go. Me and him, he be my very good friend. So as far as me I know this country, all of us with the political class, somehow we all meet together at one point or the other. I'm not nobody when go say na him no pass. Nobody when go say na him move fast. This government and system, if you are in charge of a system, the system can manage the process for success. For me, one day when I go like, we say, they ask me one by one, what thing I don't do for the state one by one, make I begin mention one by one. When I finish, you can check waiting at the end, can't divide them, waiting I don't do, whether you will see whether this state supposed to achieve the things when I don't achieve.
Okay, Professor Ben Ayade, just one, on a lighter note, just one question I will ask. Waiting day behind you giving those names to your budgets? Because every year, the last couple of years, so we don't follow, anytime you want to present your budget, there's always this buzz around it. Because of the kind of names, I don't know if you even pronounce some of them, but the one where, from top of my head, you get the budget of Bliss and Blush. Mm-hmm. Budget of different names, funny names. What's in there behind the naming of those budgets like that? Mm-hmm. Some critics will say not just a form of distraction to distract away from the content and the implementation of the budget, but what's in there behind you naming those your budgets like that?
So how name will distract person? See, you know, say this our country. People will no pass the people will know. Me when don't go school, so that they teach me for university. I no go know which I they talk. I know which I they talk. Every budget get name, but a leader cannot be led. I'm a leader and the #1 citizen of Cross River State. By the aristocracy of that position and by the sarcasm and arrogance of it, I am supposed to be a mile ahead of those I lead. When I give a name of a budget, I give a name based on the philosophical depth that underpins the agenda and the prosperity superhighway that I'm creating. It is the responsibility of my pressmen to now break it down. And it just shows the supremacy of my intellect to put you under askance that what I am doing in Cross River, I'm sophisticated enough to understand what I'm doing. So the full force of my budget concept will be broken down by my media team, and they always do that when I'm done. Those big names, each of them get a meaning. Like that one you remember when you say blush and bliss. One a bad time, one a good time. You just they do the budget at the end of NSAS. You bring destruction. That's blush. That bad news. It reduce our budget, it reduce our expectation. But it open our eye. Say we could focus on youth. So we are going to focus on you. That's the bliss. See, say it don't make sense for you now. So there is bad news, there's good news. The bad news, which is the blush, has given birth to the good news, which is the bliss. So originating from from hot burning fire comes cold impotent ash, which is harmless. So it is that synergy, that synergism that brings this color. And in leadership also, you also need to have a flair. You have to have a signature for something. And I'm known to be very organized in my choice of my words. Every word I use is intended to drive a message. Until you celebrate yourself to that intellectual platform where you can share it with me, you will need an explanation. Otherwise, you will carry yourself in your own small manner, begin find criticism. But don't forget, anybody when they criticize you from down, you go stand and criticize you from up. So you can't go up, begin to listen to somebody when they're down.
Okay, so Your Excellency, you get just a few more months before you wrap up. What will be those things where still there on your table, where you they push the fight so hard to accomplish? What will be those things where you they work towards make the people of Rivers and Cross River State, I beg your pardon, to they expect from your administration before you round off?
One, the Obudu International Airport. I must finish that airport before I come out from office. 2, we must revamp the Obudu Cattle Ranch. Because our money when we take go outside to go Dubai, go New York, go here, it's too much. We get place for Obudu Ranch, we better pass all the places for this world. But you know if you go there because the journey there too far. So that's why I build international airport for Obudu. We don't do the past 60%. But you know to see them for news. You know go see them because you know as a professor we are not used to marketing ourselves. We believe that my handwork, my output should tell you my quality. So I will not be a candidate for press. So that airport must finish. Revamping the ranch must be accomplished. We need to finish them. You see that School of Medicine and Law that I do, I must finish them. The Teachers Continuous Training Institute, when I built to train teachers, when the teacher pass the exam, we begin pay them 250, 300,000. So teacher now will be like oil and gas worker for Cross River. We don't finish the school, we open them, we don't start. I must finish the school, get it properly certified. You see that road when I build, dual carriage road from Obaniku to Yala, I must complete that road. There is one place they call Ukele. They share boundary with Benue State. Water no day there. Light no day. They no get road. And they do that their road, 33 kilometers. I don't finish the initial clearing and opening. I'm doing the culverts now. I must finish that road. You see this spaghetti flyover when I do here. I must finish that spaghetti flyover. Phase 1 of the superhighway. I must finish that phase 1 of the superhighway. You see that deep sea port. If I no finish them, I will move it to private sector. Because nobody will go finish Superhighway and deep report in one administration. So anybody, the things when I don't achieve there, I don't get all the approval down. My money will they look for. So if we don't get money, we'll evacuate them to private sector. So that the government will come, make it face his own work. Because if I don't leave and make it face his own work, if you say you finish Buhari, they will say, nah, yeah, they start away your own. Our people, there is not just a failure of leadership, there's failure of followership. Because person will don't know. If you go finish, nobody will tell you how much I spend for this CICC to finish up. I spend plenty money. Monorail, I spend plenty money to finish up. But nobody will count them for me because you know start from my region. So when you want to run election, they go say, show us what you do. So when you come to a place like that cocoa factory, when they produce chocolate, I don't finish the whole factory, put the chocolate, don't they produce. I need to market them. But all these factories when I build, people they talk the government not supposed to build factory. They don't know. In third world economy, in developing economies, if government does not catalyze into exist in the private sector, it will never come. Because individuals don't have the money. And I come from a state which is predominantly a civil servant state. Yet it's a maritime state, which shares border with an international border with Cameroon. So it's supposed to be for business, it's supposed to be also for maritime business, commerce. If I know do am, who go do am? Now federal government with all the wahala when you get, we can't choose to do am. So I have to dream first. The dreams have to rot to mature into reality. Just like a fruit, it has to rot to germinate. So the ideas have to come. The crystallization process requires the passage of time. And the impatience of the public do not conceive the beauty of the horizon of the dream. They see the momentary eclipse of the idea. I can't blame them because that's the level of exposure and civilization they're in. But if somebody who sees into my heart and sees the dream, you will know that this is accomplished easily, but not for the macroeconomic climate. If I go meet people, say, they can't put money, they say, look, people will come put money here for Nigeria, they talk, say they don't know if you have to carry their money out. Emirates, they talk, say they don't sell ticket, hold billions of naira. They know if you get dollar to take them out. If we can't build the seaport now, then will they pay us dues for naira? How will we get dollar? That one has nothing to do with me. This country, as we talk so, we get 42 billion barrels of bitumen when they for our ground. We know they exploit them. President Buhari don't approve, say, they do them. Where the money to do? We don't approve modular refinery. Where the money to do? Is it that it's bad to do modular refinery? So there's a project concept. It's different from financing. So when you don't get finance, person will say you don't talk them. Okay, I don't tell on say they build airport don't they finish. I don't tell on say they build TCTs, I don't they finish. I don't tell on say I go build Kalachika, I don't finish. I don't tell on say I they build pharmaceutical factory. The biggest pharmaceutical factory south of Nigeria. We they finish them. If you go there now, you go see over 12 white people there, they work day and night. We don't finish the whole HVAC when big past this compound. But you don't go see them because I know they talk too much for television.
Okay, Your Excellency, finally, just before we go, just one more last question. When you think about the 2023 elections, which thing come to your mind? Because one of the reasons where you talk about, say, you defect from the PDP to APC, now to support the president in order to maintain the unity of the country. So when you think about the 2023 elections, what thing come to your mind?
First, there's some bit of melancholy, some bit of fear. There's some bit of worry for this country. And I will speak my mind in respect to a party. I don't feel a nation that is degenerating into abyss. A nation that the only thriving business is politics. A nation that there's no research, there's no innovation. A nation where the whole younger generation coming is gradually focusing only on politics as a means of livelihood. So, it's failure of we who are leaders who have not created an alternative pathway and have made them see how somebody comes out of the university last year and by this year he's in House of Reps or he's a senator or he's a governor or he's in House of Assembly, and they are seeing he changes between him and the lecturer who taught him, a professor who has been a professor for 20 years. So the disparity and the quick access to wealth in political pathway makes it a bigger attraction than any other constitution. If you go to China, you have small industries. This person, they do zip. This one, they produce button. This one, they produce singlet. This one, they do pants. Small, medium businesses takes away extreme poverty, increases the middle class, and gives human dignity and bring prosperity. This is the journey. But if we look at 2023, it be like saying that today, the thing they happen. Tension everywhere. You finish election in 2023. Throughout 2023 and 2024, you did cut. By the time you finish your self-record, they don't announce a new timetable for another election for 2027. Election, we're just a country perpetually in transition.
So what will be your biggest fear for 2020?
It's a need for us to do a study on our political structure. You can't be a third world economy and you're operating a first world political system. A presidential system that is the most expensive in the world. You have a generation of people who have lived perpetually on politics. There is no exit timetable. There is no retirement age for politics. There is no entry age limit for politics. So open. And you are the leader of Africa. The whole black race depends on Nigeria. We are supposed to give a consistent direction. All nations that have made success are nations that have had a fairly stable leadership. Dubai, a leader for 35 years, had an agenda. Pursue this. Imagine my seaport and superhighway alone if it had worked. It's not failed because we have all the approvals. And at the last time we dealt with the Canadian company, which is the advisor, the transaction advisor, we already have 9 companies that are offering to do EPC plus F, engineering, procurement, construction, and financing. We have an avalanche of all because they see the prospects. They're just worried about the instability and the potential trouble that they imagine will come with 2023. That has nothing to do with my project, the concept, or myself. It's got to do with the nation. We must put an end to this extreme cannibalism in politics. Reduce it and reduce the political endoscopy. This nation is under tension. Meanwhile, you're supposed to be the people that will give a direction for Africans and black people and bring dignity to the black color. Today, black is no longer a color. It's an expression of a failed generation, a failed people who think from the stomach, if I don't stand to benefit, let it be destroyed. Extremism. And that is called narcissism, when you're extremely provoked over an issue. And that's why I come with ecclesiastical calm and say, look, show your enemy peace. Have you heard of what they call reverse vengeance? Reverse vengeance. When you show an overplus of kindness to an otherwise wicked enemy. That's my philosophy. What's my political theory? Politics with ethics. My education should make me be different. And that's why you don't find me in the open space of trouble and crisis and tension. When it gets too much, I take a walk and I let you be. Because one day all of us will die and become dust. So from dust we came and dust we shall return. Just like the inherited religion we have, either Christianity or Islam, all imposed on us. And we start hating each other for foreign religion. Christians captured and threatened by Europeans in the south, and Arabs take you from the north, and we become enemies of ourselves when we have the same history.
Thank you so much, my wonderful viewers, for watching this video together with me from the beginning to the end. Like I said before, if you like what you see here, if you like what I do in this platform, as you have finished watching this video, please hit that red button that says subscribe and put on your notification bell to all notification. In that way, you'll be able to know when I upload a new video. Share my videos, leave your comments in the comment section constructively. Until I meet your way again in my next video, I still remain your Linda's TV show. Bye-bye.